Hello, it's me. And today I'm gonna talk about spectrum. Asexuality and Aromanticism spectrum. Asexuality, like a lot of things in this world, is on the spectrum. So asexuals can feel sexual attraction and can enjoy sex. Wow! You didn't expect that, did you? There are different labels and names depending where you are on the spectrum. But everything is fluid anyway, and labels is just labels. But some people find labels comforting and they make them feel more included and less alone. So I'm gonna talk about them. Asexuals. 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 People who do not experience sexual attraction. Graysexuals. 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 People who experience little sexual attraction in very rare occasions or low levels. Demisexual. Demisexuals. Demisexuals. People who experience sexual attraction to someone who they have very close emotional connection with. And I think this is the most amazing and wholesome thing ever. And I want to mention 3 groups, but there are so many more, like a spike. People who usually don't experience sexual attraction, but sometimes they get like a spike and experience sexual attraction for a short time before returning to the normal self. And many more subcategories and categories, but it got way too confusing for me, so I'm only mentioning 3. And if you want to educate yourself, please do, because I'm not gonna educate you, because I'm not educational channel. I belong to many asexual communities on different social media pages, and there are so many posts when people are wondering if they are valid or if they even count as asexual, or if they can identify as this and that, if they sometimes enjoy or even want to have sex. Enjoying sex has nothing to do with asexuality really, as this is just biology and libido. Sexual attraction is different than libido. You can, and it's okay to enjoy sex, and you don't need to feel sexual attraction for it. I do not enjoy sex, I find it gross. But it's valid to enjoy sex and don't find it gross, even if you identify and call yourself asexual. Asexuality is a spectrum, so you can feel sexual attraction if you are grey sexual or demisexual or all these other subcategories that I'm not gonna get into it because it's way too many. Okay, just imagine it like this. If you are asexual, your sexual orientation is no. If you are grey sexual, your sexual orientation is limited edition. And if you are demisexual, your sexual orientation is VIP. It's a joke, don't get offended. Just shedding some light on the massive stigma we all have, so just chill. And same thing goes for aromanticism. Aromantic people experience no romantic attraction. Grey romantic people experience very little romantic attraction in the rare occasions. Demi-romantic people only experience romantic attraction if there is strong emotional bond established. I think I would put myself in between grey and demi-romantic people. I do get crushes, but they usually disappear when I actually get to know the person. Oh my god, I've really fallen in love with you.
So now when we spend some time together, what do you think about me?
Maybe we should be friends. I don't really like touching and cuddling and hugging people. It just makes me super anxious and put me on edge, and I'm just like, whoa! I just want them to go away from my personal space. I do really value quality time and words of affirmation. I don't refuse compliments too. I mean, if you have compliments, go on. So if someone would ask me if I'm romantic, I would say no. If I'm in a situation where someone just stared into my eyes thinking how beautiful I am and how much they want to marry me, and then our eyes would meet and I would go fart, laugh, say I want to marry you too, and I would find this so romantic and bonding and safe and like the amazing experience ever. And then hopefully they would stop staring into my eyes because they would be like, I don't want to smell her farts. Because my farts can be toxic. Like a lot of relationships nowadays. So no, I wouldn't say I'm romantic. So again, aromanticism is a spectrum, and if people say I am a romantic, it doesn't mean they can't feel romantic attraction or fall in love. I would say I'm a romantic, but actually I am in between grey and demi-romantic. But nobody really knows all these terms except of people in the actual community. So it would make way too confusing for others. So I just go, I don't like touching people. Even though sometimes I do like touching people. That sounds a bit creepy. And you don't have to put a specific label on yourself, and your spot on the spectrum can fluctuate. On the spectrum, fluctuate. Spot on the spectrum fluctuates. My spot is fluctuating. You can go years without feeling romantic attraction, and then suddenly be like, oh my god, I really want to have a romantic relationship with someone and go on dates and do kissing and hold hands. What is this? Romantic attraction. Apparently I did have it in me. But then sometimes it can just become way too much and you kind of gross out by all of this. And that's okay too. Just because you feel a specific way in the specific time doesn't mean your feelings can't change. That's why I'm not a fan of labels, because people think labels stick. But I see them more as a Velcro, where you can always take one off and put another one on if needed, the one that fits you better. And it doesn't mean that you were faking or weren't asexual or whatever you were identifying as before. It just means that something changed and you identify as something else now. And that's okay. It's your life, it's your choice. Embrace it, own it, and tell everyone to go away, because it's not their business what you actually feel. Especially, it's not up to them to tell you who you are or what you're supposed to feel or who you're supposed to be. You are the only person who knows it. How is it for real? Nowadays, everything is labeled, and every single tiny thing has to have its own label. And maybe some people find it helpful, but for me personally, it just feels so restrictive and I just feel trapped. I'm a fucking human, not a pre-programmed robot. And as you go in life and you have different experiences, everything in your body and in your mind fluctuates and changes. So people just need to stop judging others for changing who they are or what they identify as. So be yourself, my chunks, and let's show the secu society that it's okay not to pretend, and that the best way to live is to be, drumroll, you guessed it, yourself. If you like this video, press thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. I do have Instagram, I do have Discord, everything is in the description below. And I'll see you next time. Bye!